Hey guys, Mr. Milton here. Today we're going to talk about volume of prisms and cylinders. At the end of this video, you should be able to find the volume of a prism and cylinder. Okay, surface area deals with the amount of surface space of an object. Okay, we'll say exterior. Maybe that's better. Exterior. Okay, volume deals with the amount of interior space. Okay, that an object takes up. It is given in cubed units. Okay, so we'll say like meters cubed or inches cubed. Okay, to find the volume of a prism, you need to find the area of the base and then multiply that by the height of the prism. Okay, so find the area of the base, multiply that by the height of the prism. Okay, therefore the formula pretty simply is volume equals base times height. Okay, where big B is the area of the base. Alright, so let's look at an example here. So for number one, triangle, 7, 8, we can find the area of this triangle. 1/2 base times height, and that will be 56/28. Okay, the height is 13, so volume will be 28 times 13, and that will give us 28 times 13, 364. Okay, so the volume will be 364, and I'll just say units cubed. There's no units given to us there. Alright, so pretty straightforward. For number two, we have a trapezoidal prism, and so we need to find the area of the base. Remember, the area of a trapezoid is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times the height. So we have 1/2 8 plus 14 times the height, which is 4. That's half of 22, which is 11 times 4, which is 44. So the area of the base is 44. The area of the height of the prism is 10, and so volume will equal base times height. Area of the base, big B, times height, which is 440 centimeters cubed. Okay, so pretty straightforward. All right, let's look at some more. All right, so we're going to try to find the volume of this hexagonal prism. Remember, for volume is just the area of the base times height. Height's already given to us, we know it's 15, so now we have to find the area of the base. We should be able to do that by using 1/2 apothem times perimeter. This is a hexagon, so if I break this down, I'll take this triangle out. Okay, I will get a 30, 60, 90 triangle. I know this is 3. This is 30, 60. Okay, so our apothem is 3 radical 3. And so we should be able to find our area pretty quickly. In this case, big B is 1/2 our apothem, which is 3 radical 3. Our perimeter, which will be 6 times 6, because there's 6 sides of 6, 36. And so when we do that, we should get 54 radical 3. That is the area of the base. The height of the prism is 15. So I can say volume equals 54 radical 3 times 15. 54 times 15 will be 810 radical 3. No, again, I'll just say units cubed because there's no units given to us. All right. Number 4, you'll notice that this is a composite figure. Okay, so that means what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to find the area of basically two prisms. We have a rectangular prism and a triangular prism. So that to find the area of the rectangular prism, we'll just do both. Volume base times height for the rectangular prism, volume equals base times height for the triangular prism, and find both of them and add them together. So for the rectangular prism, the base is 8 times 5, 40. The height is 6. So the volume of the rectangular prism was 240 centimeters cubed. For the volume of the triangular prism, we know our base is 8, our height is 4, and so to find the area of the base is 1/2 base times height, and so that is 416, and the height of the prism is 5. Okay, the distance between the bases is 5. So that gives us 16 times 5, which is 80. So the volume of the triangular prism is 80. Okay, and so then what we'll do is we add these two volumes together, the rectangular prism, the triangular prism together, and that gives us 320 centimeters cubed. All right. All right, let's talk about cylinders. Cylinders, just like with surface area, isn't very much different from prisms. Okay, remember that a cylinder is almost the same as a prism, except that the base is not a polygon; it is a circle. Okay, so how do we find the area of a circle? Well, that's just pi r squared. So therefore, the formula for the volume of a cylinder is area of the base, which in this case will always be pi r squared, times height. Okay, so do this first one on your own. Let's look at the second one. Okay, in the second one, you'll see that this is an oblique cylinder. Okay, oblique because it's not just straight up and down. Okay. When we have that situation, we'll talk about a height as a perpendicular height. So the number that's important here is this 15. Okay, that perpendicular height. And so we can find the area, or sorry, the volume, by doing pi r squared, pi 5 squared, times the height. In this case, that's 15. So we have volume equals 25 pi times 15, which gives us 375. Am I right with that? 375. Okay. So the volume of this oblique cylinder is 375 pi centimeters cubed. Alright, so there we have it. Make sure you do this problem. There is volume for cylinders and prisms. See ya.